Welcome aboard. Scotty splitting, Scotty chaining, chainsawing outdoors. Just cut that splitting log down a little so that I have a little more swing path length. Get the axes and come back. Okay, second part of the workout here today. Oh, elm. Bouncy elm. I just made this a little bit shorter. And we got this oak over here. On my left, camera right. Start with this axe. Oh, heavy stuff. Oh. Oh yeah. We'll go with the bigger axe to start with. I like swinging this guy, even though it's a short one. I like the new height of my splitting block. Too short. This guy. Oh, big knot on this side. Nasty. There we go. little flick out the side there. I got this oak here last week from a friend. See if I can keep up with the thread here. Kind of scroll, whoop. Scroll with a glove on, yeah. Aiden, this is some red oak that I brought over, and I was doing some of it yesterday too in a live stream, but thought I'd come out today. I just did a little workout. Thought I'd come and continue the workout here, because this is a workout. Let's see if I missed anything else. Aiden, Tom Hawk, thanks for the note. Daryl, sweet. And Erwin Curtis. This is Jack. Look out, Jack. I don't want to hit you. So coming at it hard and heavy here today. Feeling good. Back's feeling better. Did some deadlifts the other day. Didn't feel good the next day. It's hard getting old, isn't it, Jack? Yeah, a little bit hard. This one might be a little tricky here. We'll go here. You see the big knot here? We'll try it. I think it'll go. Flip it up. Watch out, Jack. Look out. Got it. Got a couple more pieces over here. Keep going. Oh, heavy. Deadlift. Nice small ones. That'll be nice to put in the furnace come fall. Oh yeah. All right, take it from this side. getting closer. Firing up that Kumi again. Hey, Jack?
Say, yeah, I love the Kuma. Vapor fire. 100.
Anybody know what that is, the Kuma? Do you think they know, Jack?
Says, I don't know.
Take this one here. EST says hi. Maple is sleeping right now in her usual spot. She was out a little bit earlier, but the little princess, she needs her beauty sleep, doesn't she, Jack?
Says, oh yeah. Says, I need mine too. Here.
Let's go. Anyway, the Kuma, Jack,
Says, I know what the Kuma is. You don't need to go on and on about that.
I know, but people need to start thinking about firewood prep. If they haven't already. At least getting it up so they can burn dry, seasoned wood for the winter. Because that's what you need. Now, I won't be burning this when I start that up. No, I'll be burning my 1-year-old seasoned wood. Now, where I live down here in North Carolina, we can burn wood after about 9 months, depending on the wood. And especially the way I season my wood, because sometimes I'm a little lazy and the wood sits here baking in the sun for 6-8 weeks before I can get it up into the woodshed. So then it has a head start. And is sufficiently dry. That's some good splitting right there, isn't it, folks? I feel a little better today than I did yesterday. You can see that live stream. Made a couple shorts already out of it. All right. This is a workout, just getting the logs up onto my splitter block. Since I made it a little lower. Oh yeah. Here we go. This is how you gotta do it. I want to drop it on my foot. I don't have my Danner boots on. Should. But, as I said, I was just working out, so here we go. Here we go.
Patience. All right, one more. You'd think you'd be able to do the flip with some of this wood, but because my log lengths are around 19 inches, give or take, try not to make them more than 19 because then they won't fit in the Kuma. Not well, you can kind of make them work in a pinch, but better if they're a little bit shorter. But you don't want them too short because then they don't burn long enough. And the way the Kuma burns well, efficiently, is if they're burning front to back and you have nice long logs in there. Boom. Here we go. One more. See, there's no flick here because the length of the log and the force is holding it down here. I know it's getting a little technical for wood splitting, but that's the reason it's not going to flick off unless I have a bigger axe. Now this I'm going to try to get right through. Nope. I didn't find the slit there, here. Right like that. See? See that? All this stuff? That's the reason. But we're gonna get it. Right now. Like that. Yeah, this stuff is wet, very green. Actually red, but green as in wet. The tree fell down in May. Tough as nails, this thing. Look at this. Look at that. See that? Fiskars doesn't care. It's like a honey badger. Axe. It just glides right through like Teflon. That's the beauty in it, my friends. And while it's not the, to quote the famous Buckin' Billy, glorious feel in the hands, it's sufficient enough that you can wield this thing okay. I wanted that. Somebody wanted that to happen. So I had to pick it up. Get those glutes back in. You know, I love this stuff. This is the joy of doing a workout right here. You get to come and do this. Shatter. All right, let's get it on the log here. It's proving a little sticky. Come on. I know. I could put it in a tire. I have a tire over there. But then it wouldn't be a workout. Or the same kind of workout. It would be a workout, just not the same kind. All right, here we go. Round the edge. Shake. Love that. Kaboom. Ugh. Okay, one thing that's not good is if it hits and bounces back. EST's out of there, all right. Malaysia. Love having people from all over the world join this. Love it. Thanks for joining there, Chi Ming Wong. Let's see if we can get through this. We can. Takes a little bit, but we get there. Karate chop. You can hear when she goes. Breathing. Red oak, 2 months down. Fibers all clench up tight. It would have been easier a month ago. I did some of it a month ago. Look at that. Start this. Right through the middle on this one. See if we can do it in one. Nope. But almost. Come on, baby. Oh, it's proving sticky. Scotty split. Little Brooksy over there. If some of you are P1s, you'll know what I mean by Brooksy. That's this little guy. Yes, weak sauce Scott, yeah. But look, I'm working on it. But yeah, you're gonna have a certain mass that's gonna be more important as well, which is why, to Tan's point, I need a heavier axe. Yeah, I'm gonna get them all, splitting them all. Thanks for joining. That's on the list of things that I'm gonna get. Even though for years I've never used one. When I have trouble getting through some really big stuff, I just get the wedge out and get a sledgehammer. I got a 16-pound sledge and just put the wedge into it, and yeah. And I have a hydraulic wood splitter too. But then I don't get the same kind of workout. Then you're just lifting logs up and lugging them around. But this one is just a little Brooks, Grand Force Brooks axe. I think it's like 2 pounds or something. Maybe 3. But this one is glorious in the hands. All right, I got another big one. Stick around. My workout is not quite over, friends. Look at this gnarly piece. Look at this guy. All right, gonna be heavy. Picking this guy up. It's got a big knot out the side. Oh, let's see, we might have to do this Egyptian method, as they say. No offense to any Egyptians you might be here. Oh, you know what? We can make this lighter. Look at that. Woo! I like it when that happens. Who knew it was going to be that easy to split wood today? Bare hands. Not bare, gloved. Oh yeah, it's lighter already. Love it. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, it is a nice little axe. I use it for kindling most of the time. But when I get feeling energetic, I use the smaller one. Just to chip away. Because it will go. Bark. That's got some mass. I can burn that. That's the other thing about burning wood to heat your house. You want the densest wood you can get for the least amount of effort or calories that you're going to need to consume to process it. Now that formula obviously changes because I don't take exclusively dense wood from our woodlot here. We have an abundance of poplar and what else? Pine, Virginia pine, loblolly pine, less loblolly, but it's about the same density. And anyway, I burn it all because the Kuma doesn't care as long as it's dry. And we have a heating season which is a lot shorter than folks who are in the northern climate. Being down here in the south, we're only really heating, let's see, the occasional full house furnace fire, maybe starting 3rd to 4th week in October, but we're not running continuously. And then starting probably in earnest, regular hot fires burning round the clock by Thanksgiving for sure, and then all the way through to mid-February. And then we have what we call the shoulder months that come in March. So, you know, we don't need, in the intermittent burning periods, we're using a lot of the lighter hardwoods like poplar. Jack, what are you doing down there? And pine, because they burn fast and hot. And when you just need a nice hot fire for, let's call it a morning on, let's say a late November. This is for the southern people who might want to heat their house with wood. then you don't want dense woods burning all day. All right, let's go here. Concentrate. Uh-oh. All right. Doing the same thing over and over again. You know my mantra about that. It's a little bit insane. Let's try something different. It's going. Boom. I loosened it over here. All right, I see some more comments here.
Yeah, be careful with the bounce back, someone's saying. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I am careful, trying to be.
Yeah, when the first one bounces, it's time to maybe move it. Move the log. Another one bites the dust. All right, we could come back here, try this, different angle. Yeah. Oh, that edge. I see it's got some knots here, that's why. 1, 2, 3. That's gonna go. Yeah. You can't see it from there, but trust me, it's broken. We're gonna take it from here. Here, got that one. Bounce. The key thing in not letting it bounce back in your face is keep that hand, the left hand, ready. Even the log wanted a break. Okay, I gotta save some energy. I'm not gonna do this one. I got one more over here. You can probably see it. That one's about 20 inches. So it needs to be cut again so it'll fit in the kuma. Now we have a fireplace too, which will take long stuff, like 2 feet. But we don't use that to heat the house at all. That's used for, you know, just having a nice fire by the sofa. The heartwood. Okay, this side. Thanks for joining, everybody. Appreciate you. I see there's quite a few people that joined on this one, which is nice. Made some changes to some video titles and stuff, and I think it causes YouTube to recatalog everything when you do that, and then it doesn't. Yeah, yeah, I don't know how it all works really, but the views don't go anywhere. Come on, we got this. It's split. We got it. Uh-oh, axe stuck. That's never good. You got to check out one of my videos, one of my very first ones. Axe got stuck. Everybody on was like, this guy's can't get it out. How's he going to get it out? The struggle was real. And I ended up using the hydraulic splitter to break around the log to free up this one. So, World Cup soccer's over, football, and I was really into it this year. I don't know why. Possibly, because we had family here which were into it, British, and also I was pretty intrigued by that Norwegian player, Haaland, who I thought was going to take their team pretty far, and he did. But he was fun to watch. They're already probably burning wood right now to keep warm up there in Norway. Now, if he was here, he would have had that done, this whole log, in 4 hits in the quarters. Come on. Oh. All right, this is instructive. Look. See the neck? This is why I like this. These wooden handle splitting axes, they don't do so good with, you know, when you're treating them like this, like I am, right? I'm working to get this done. So I need a tool that will withstand the beating. All right. Come on. Woo! Now that's basically the axe is all the way through. You can see there, and it's just the neck getting strangled by the wood. But it's no problem. Like I said, it's like Teflon coming through here. Maybe one more, and it does it. It goes. Stringy. Getting snagged in there. All right. This is the last piece, my friends. And I am so glad that you all joined for today's. Oh, here we go. This is it. This is the tough stuff. So I'm going to flip it and rip it from this side. going to do what I don't recommend too often because of that. This side. Here we go. Stay with me. A little bit more. We got it. One more. Well, one more to get through, and then I'll split that again. Smells nice. Doesn't smell soapy like the tulip poplar. Try it again. Aware that it could fall off. Like now. It's going. That's it. Nice little pile. We got a fish, dude says hi. Hi right back. And thanks for joining today's session of Scotty Splitting Outdoors. This I cut at the beginning off of there to make it a little bit lower so I would get more purchase on my axe wax. Peace out. Love y'all. Thanks for coming by. See you on the next one.